Nathaniel The Great. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
It's good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
Likewise. Appreciate you having me.
You know, man, it's a blessing. It's a privilege to have you here, bro. Your story, can't wait to get into it, man.
Thank you.
Let's talk to it, man. You living or you surviving?
Man, these days, absolutely living.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Absolutely living, man.
Explain.
I feel like I'm no longer in a space where I'm trying to figure it out. I feel like I know what to do next.
Real.
And it's one of the reasons why I changed my name to Nathaniel The Great.
Come on, come on.
It was Nathaniel for a while.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean? Nathaniel was trying to figure out, like, who am I? What direction am I going to go in? What's going to be the next frontier of things?
Right.
Once I feel like I conquered who I am,
real.
Alexander the Great was a conqueror.
That's right. That's right.
He conquered things. Once I conquered myself, I added the Great. And since then, I've been living.
Respect. Welcome to the Integrity Response with your brother, CEO Khacki. Every individual sitting across from me doesn't believe in being typical, ordinary, or familiar. They're elite, meaning society's norms don't sit well with them. They believe in raising the bar for themselves, family, and for those they may never meet. From those in humble beginnings to those in the midst of greatness and legends who've paved the way. With a comedic edge, I will ask the questions that hold value, and I believe we'll gain insight to the real them. It's the Integrity Response. Bro, let's take it back. I normally ask, everybody, the second question is always, at the age of 9, what did you want to be? Nathaniel the Great, early on, him and his brothers formed an R&B group. So you knew at an early age, singing in the choir at church, shout out to that, man. A lot of kids these days don't even have that in them.
Yeah.
What did you want to be? Is this something you always wanted to be?
Yeah, because I grew up in a musical family.
Right.
So by the time you were in Pampers, you was already part of the choir.
It's real. That's real.
You was already working on that craft.
That's
so
right.
I've always known that I had to be a performer.
Real.
To some degree. And then it turned R&B by the time I hit like 9, 10, 11, 12.
Gotcha.
Temptations,
Right.
Jagged Edge.
That's
We started
right.
listening
That's
to
right.
that type
For
of
sure.
stuff.
For sure.
But I knew from young that I was going to be an entertainer and a singer, most likely.
Real. Gotcha. And it was 6 siblings.
Yeah, 7 of us.
It's
6. I got 6
You
siblings.
have
So
6
when you
siblings.
include me, it's
Yep,
7.
7.
Yeah.
What was that? Okay, where do you fall?
I'm the baby.
You're the baby.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's what's up, bro. Okay, gotcha. Michael,
Yeah,
he
man.
does it of the group, rather. You know what I'm saying? But that's dope. So you're the baby. And bro, now certain things even make more sense.
Yeah.
Your ambition. You had a lot to prove, and you have a lot to prove, and you had a lot to prove.
Right.
Wow. So what was that like growing up as the baby? Are these was all brothers or?
4 brothers.
Gotcha.
2 sisters.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you're the baby. Well protected.
Definitely.
For sure.
Spoiled.
That's what's up.
Hated on, jealous because my mother's spoiling me, and you know what I mean?
That's real.
Everything.
Bro. That's real, for sure. What kind of kid were you?
I was the one that actually observed everybody.
Gotcha.
And I've learned something. I've learned what to do and what not to do
Gotcha.
from one sibling or another.
Real.
So there's certain things that certain siblings did that I realized I can't do that.
Right.
Like I had the brother that was in the streets hustling, and I tried a little bit of here and there, but then
Right.
I saw where it led him, so I said I could chill with that.
Real.
Then I had the other brother who was a tech guy, tech genius,
Gotcha.
and that's how I got into tech.
That's right. That's right.
He went far with it, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna take it even further. And I launched my own tech company,
Come on, bro.
got a bachelor's,
Come on. That's
so
what's up. That's real.
picking and choosing.
Right.
Then one brother was the ladies' man.
Gotcha.
I'm like, I gotta get in this pocket. You know what I'm saying? This is special.
That's right. That's
then
right.
the other brother was like the super musician, super singer,
Wow.
walk around singing all day. So that made me dive deeper into the creative
That's
side.
right, for sure.
Yeah.
And you mentioned, and I want to jump ahead, but you mentioned in a previous interview, talent-wise, Nathaniel the Great was the lesser.
I was the worst. Still,
It's like-
still the worst.
But you mentioned also in that same leaf, I just had a certain drive
Yeah.
that a lot of people don't have. And that's why I say now it makes sense. The baby, soaking up game, a sponge from any and everything around him.
Right.
That makes sense, bro. So for you to say humbly, I was the less talent, bro. As talented as you are, your family is a beast. Then.
Now I appreciate it, but it's true. They get
bro.
crazy.
That's crazy.
It took me a while too to even understand that I didn't get here on my own. I remember like when I first went solo and I'm just working, I'm more on some, they don't want to work, they don't want to do music, I'm gonna do it on my own.
Right.
So I started to get these big things happening. I'm like, yeah, I knew I could do it on my own. But then once I reached a certain point in my career, I start to realize I'm only here because of the mistakes that they made.
Real.
I
just had a lot of, just like you say, good and bad examples. Just real, like everything was laid out for you.
Right.
That's
right.
real.
I didn't realize that until I got older. I used to just try to take ownership of my success and what my, every step I took. But I'm like, nah, they had to make those mistakes for me to navigate around those loopholes. You know what I mean?
Real. One of your favorite MCs, well, just say not one of your favorite, but Brooklyn. When Jay-Z, Hov did that, so hopefully you
have to go through that. Right. Yeah. Thanks. I got a bunch of Hovs on my team. Bunch of Hovs.
That's real, bro. Let me ask you, man. So you said early on you all had competitions, talent shows. You won early on with your brothers. What did that do for young kids' mentality and confidence?
It told us that we had something real that we can do outside of the house, because we would sing in church, but then when it came to R&B, we would just do the R&B in the house, sing amongst each other.
Right.
Then one day we signed up for a talent show and said, hey, let's just go do this talent show. We ended up winning a trophy with $1,000.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
$1,000.
That $1,000 was busting back then.
That was different.
That was rent for 2 months at that time.
That's real,
food,
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro. That's
so
right.
we was able to put food on the table with this and have a big trophy, and coming up in the hood, we ain't a lot of winners. Ain't a lot of winning situations.
Real, bro. Real.
So for us, we said, nah, let's go a little further, and then we kept going. We went to Showtime at the Apollo.
Come on, man.
That was a big situation.
Wow.
Because we ended up not winning, but we did so well that it was a standing ovation. It's just that the ladies who beat us was just a little better.
Gotcha.
But we still got seen by millions to this day. I'm a grown man.
Wow,
and
bro.
I still get people that be like, you the one off the Apollo, right?
Playing,
Mind you,
bro.
I've been on radio, TV, internationally, all kind of things since then. But they'll come up to me and go, wasn't you that kid from Apollo? And I'm like, yeah, that was me. But it shows how things resonate over the years.
That's real, bro.
Yeah.
People don't forget.
They don't forget. They don't forget.
Real, respect. That's dope. That is. So what did that? Around what age were you at that time in Apollo?
I was like 14.
Wow, bro.
Young, braids. We was a group. We sung "If I Ever Fall in Love" by the group Shy.
Gotcha.
And my brother would hit the high note at the end, because I told you they way better than me.
Right.
I couldn't touch that high note, but he would hit the high note. Crowd went crazy.
Is this the ladies' man, or is this the?
This the one that was more into the craft.
The craft. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, more into the craft. My brother Lexus. Shout to Lex.
Gotcha. Shout to Lex. Man.
Yeah, shout to Lex, man. He the one that used
bro.
to always try to keep the group together.
Gotcha.
I was so young and I played a lot at that time. And then once I got older, he just kind of lost some passion for it. But I never looked at the truth. The truth was, we burnt him out. He was older trying to keep us together.
You're saying something, bro.
Burnt him out. I used to say, oh, he gave up on it, so I'm going to keep going. He was burnt out.
In hindsight, growing up, maturing, Nathaniel the Great now sees, in a sense, my brother was really doing the most.
Yeah, man.
I'm saying, like, really trying to make it happen.
Yeah.
But I'm 14, 15, didn't even understand. Because I'm thinking, you said it's four boys.
Yeah.
So at most it's 14, 15 and a half, 17.
Oh no, so with the group, it was three of the brothers was in the group, and then 2 friends.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay,
but he was still the oldest out of everybody. Yeah,
gotcha.
and my 2 friends was also like a brotherhood. So
right, that's right.
He was trying to keep 4 other guys focused, coming to practice, and we just played a lot.
Gotcha.
I'm 14,
that's
one
right.
is 15,
that's
one
right.
6.
That's real.
You know what I mean?
That's
and
real.
then at that age of puberty, we just start chasing girls.
Come on, that's real. That's real.
You know what I mean?
Come on, yeah.
Missing practice.
That's right, bro. Wow. And speaking of practice, like what? Any sports?
Basketball.
Gotcha. Is that everybody played or football? Or
at least 4 of us.
Gotcha.
Let me just say this now. I know I'm short, but if I wasn't an R&B singer, I would have been going to the league. I was that.
Bro, come on.
Yo,
bro,
I was nasty with it.
I'm going to go ahead and say it, bro.
Yo.
John Starks. New York,
point guards, we different.
It's different, bro.
We different.
Real,
and if you go to my hood, right, where I'm from,
right,
and you say, yo, they call me Nat, most people there.
Gotcha.
You know Nat? They gonna say, You never know what you're gonna get. You either gonna get the singer Nat or the ball player Nat, because they knew me for playing ball.
Gotcha.
I was a problem. I just never went to the tournament route professional.
Right, gotcha.
I stayed out of that because I was like intimidated because I was always short.
Gotcha.
And music just took precedence.
Real. That's real.
Music was my thing.
When you went off, now let me not skip ahead. All right. When you went to high school, did you play there as well?
Nah, I never played in any structured environment, but I was a street legend.
You were that guy the coaches knew. You were that guy. Yep. Everybody on the team was like, bro, like
him during gym, he be killing us, but he never played on the team. Yeah, I was that dude.
Gotcha.
100%.
That's real.
100%.
For sure. For sure. Fill in the blank for your fans, for your supporters. In high school, I was known as a kid that.
High school, I was known as a kid that was. It was two different high school lives. I gotta break it up because I went to two schools: Harry Van Onsdale in Brooklyn, and then Long Island City High School.
Okay.
So there was almost like a switch of identity for me. My first few years in high school, I was quiet but super fly. So everybody knew me as, yo, that kid got the whole Coogee outfit on head to toe. But I wouldn't speak to nobody in school. I was just in and out of there. I don't know why. I just wasn't connected.
Were you also okay with that type of clothing? Well, did people look at you like he thinks he's better than us, or he's the new
possibly,
kid?
Possibly, that's funny. It's possible because I was so dripped. But the funny thing is, it was one of those alternative schools where you pretty much fail, so they throw you in like the worst zone school.
Gotcha.
And then my homeboy convinced me to go to this other school he was going to in Queens, which was way outside of where I lived in Brooklyn.
Right.
I swear, I went to that school. All of a sudden, I auditioned for. I'll tell the story real quick. My boy that convinced me to go there said, "Yo, listen, Nate, I'm trying to get on this play, Night of the Living Dead. So come with me to the audition."
Right.
So I'm like, "I'll come with you." I go with him to the audition, and he just like, "Yo, fill it out with me. Just do it with me. Just, you know." So I do it with him. It was Night of the Living Dead. I was just like nonchalantly just playing the backup so he could really audition.
Gotcha.
And when they posted who got picked for what roles, I got the leading role. Right.
Wow.
So that opened up high school to me. From then, they put me in a concert choir. I was traveling around. I was in all the plays, and it made me this. It really made me who I am.
Right.
For real. Socially, I became more structured as like a person.
Real.
Now like I said, the first school, I'm quiet, I'm failing, I hated school.
Gotcha.
Second school, it was way more diverse. You got different races there, Chinese.
Real. That's right.
I just grew as a person. So in school, I was known, in one school, the quiet fly guy, and the other school, the artistic,
real,
leader, like a different level.
It was pretty much those of your key. More people was there artistically. You felt more in tune.
Yep,
Real,
you're right
bro.
though.
That's
It was a
real.
call. In the first school, ain't have no music, nothing. It was just a dark place. Everybody fighting. All the gangs was there. So I was just in and out. The other school wasn't really no gangs. You have acting class. You have concert choirs.
What kind of commute was that?
What, an hour away though,
Bro, so you teenager, commuting. That shows ambition already.
Yeah.
I know it had to lead through the family, like, okay, I want to do this.
Yeah.
So it was like you really were focused, really.
An hour away, there and back, but I would go. I was tapped into everything I was tapped into. I was the lead of all the plays. I grew.
Real.
I grew as a person from that.
Wow. Gotcha. Okay, let's go from there. Looking back in high school, if you could tell your 18-year-old self something, what would it be?
Wow, 18-year-old me in high school. Interestingly enough, in my last year of high school when I was 17, I had my first son.
Gotcha.
This high school was so advanced, I'm telling you, they had a daycare in there. I swear to God. So I was bringing my son to school, and for me, I did feel like at that time, there was some level of shame. Even though I was doing all these amazing things, I was like, I'm 17 with a kid.
Gotcha.
Looking back now, I would tell my younger self, like, yo, you handled that. Because I ended up raising my son.
Wow.
Single parent.
Come on,
had custody of him since he was 1.
Wow.
Yeah,
bro.
so I did it. I did it. Now he's in college. He's in Savannah State.
Come on, bro.
So the shame that I carried some shame coming out of it that I didn't realize until a little later in life. I would say, nah, don't trip, because you stepped up to the plate and it worked out.
Wow. And also, he's making dope music. We're going to get into that too.
Appreciate that.
Come on, bro.
Appreciate that.
Bro. Wow.
Appreciate you.
What a story, bro. I said you have a story, bro. Like,
Appreciate that.
Bro, you really have a story. I didn't know that part of the story. That is amazing, bro.
Thank you.
That is amazing for sure, bro. Like, it's in hindsight.
Yeah.
You like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, yeah.
You look back on these things and you realize, like, where your mind was at in these places, and you really gotta just, as you live and go through life, You gotta look back at and try to tap back into how you felt and how you saw things, because in another 20 years, I'm gonna reevaluate how it felt today.
That's real.
So I try to learn to start looking back a lot and not judging myself, but not being too hard on myself.
Right. Is that a okay? Jumping ahead. Labor owner, manager, father, entrepreneur. You know, being hard on yourself, isn't that what got you here?
Absolutely. The pressure. I'm the baby. I'm the one that, if I don't make it, my family is riding on me.
Real, bro.
I keep it honest. I got a bunch of brothers and sisters that do stuff, but they waiting. It's me. My mom's, it's me. None of them are gonna move her out the hood. None of them are gonna do that. It's me. It trickled all the way down.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I gotta wear that for real.
Real.
Yeah.
You hustle for your last name, not your first name.
Yep.
That's real. That's
For
real,
real.
bro. That's real. Let me ask you this, man. It's a new question I ask. On a scale 1 through 10, what do you rate your grind?
7.5.
Explain.
Because I feel like I have too many days where I'm looking and I'm like, yo, my to-do list is not tackled.
Gotcha.
So I had to add on my to-do list, do what's on your to-do list. That's the first thing on my to-do list. Do the stuff on the to-do list.
I want to add that to mine.
Yo.
I also, bro, like, they often say, and it's a true thing, every multimillionaire has a to-do list. They focus on it for the day. They knock off everything. That's the first start.
Yeah.
But yours, on your to-do list, is to do everything on, bro. I have to add that.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I have to add that.
Take that, because I needed to add that.
I love it. That's real,
Without
bro.
that, I would look at the to-do list and then start doing something else.
Gotcha.
Somehow.
That's
it's right in front of you what you're supposed to do, but you still end up drifting off. But if that first thing say, do what you about to read on this list, then you're like, all right, I gotta do it.
Gotta do it.
Yeah.
I gotta do it.
Yeah.
That's real, bro. That's real. So how did you, let's get into, from this high school, you went on and got your tech degree.
Yeah.
And this, did you take time at the high school or you went straight there?
That's what I was gonna say.
Gotcha.
I took some time off.
Right.
Didn't go right into a college.
Right.
My high school grades was decent, but I just was like, let me take some time off to figure things out.
Right.
Too much time passed, about 1.5 years, and I still had my son. I ended up going to get a job at McDonald's,
Gotcha.
and I'm like, this ain't me. It ain't no way I could keep checking how hot these burgers are, and I can't do this any longer.
Were you the guy that everybody was like, what are you doing here?
I was.
Gotcha.
You know how you just at a spot and people even like, yo,
broke it even just.
You a leader. You don't belong here with us. You could just, people tell you that. Like, what you doing here? Like, ain't you? Oh, they hit you with the, you too smart for this. They hit you with that.
That's real though, bro.
And and I'm like, yeah, I am. While I'm putting the cheese on the lettuce on, like, in my mind, I'm calculating the amount of lettuce and how much. Like, my brain is working too much for this burger thing. So, I took some time off. I ended up going to a medical assistant school.
Gotcha.
Because when you're in the hood, you got all these programs that's like, graduate in 2 days with a medical degree.
That's a fact.
So you let me go get my 2-day degree and go become a doctor tomorrow.
That's real.
So I went to this joint, you know what I'm saying? Became valedictorian of that program.
Okay, for sure.
Because when I'm tapped in, I'm tapped in. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what's up.
But my first day working in the medical field after getting the medical assistant joint, I quit. I realized it's not for me. I'm in the wrong place.
Wow.
It wasn't my thing. I got into it for the money, thinking I was going to get in there and get the bread. Once I went on my first day on my first job and had to do the task, I said, I can't do this every day.
Wow.
So I wasted a year just now in this program.
You almost had to go through that.
Yeah. That made me understand.
Right.
You got to do something that drives you or something that you connected to in some way.
Wasn't about the money.
Nah.
Wasn't about the security.
Nah.
I have to do what I have to do.
Yep.
The great.
Yep.
Real. I respect that, bro. A lot of people, one of my favorite quotes, man, is, which is crazy, Nathaniel The Great. You can be great or you can be safe. You can't be both. One of my favorite quotes.
That's
bro.
real.
That's real.
That's
bro.
very
You know
real.
what I'm saying? Like,
There's no way to be both.
You can't be both, bro.
Nah.
That's real,
not
bro.
at all. You can't.
I'm telling you, definitely, man. And where does you meeting Pat Poose lie?
That's interesting. I used to do like these. Once I became a solo artist, I would do these shows in the city, just shows, random shows. And I remember him headlining the show.
Gotcha.
And I remember sitting in the audience one day, and it's funny because I filmed it. I put up a little mini documentary on YouTube.
That's dope.
And I'm sitting in the audience and I'm saying, yo, one day I'm gonna work with this dude. One day. It would just, cause he's like so big in Brooklyn, especially at that time.
Right.
And I used to lay a lot of hooks for producers.
Exactly.
My approach to the game, once I realized, okay, I may not get in as a singer per se, let me find a back way in. So I started writing hooks. I started reaching out to producers that I knew had to work with artists. So I'm like, you're gonna need a hook.
Smart.
At some point.
To package this.
Yes, you're gonna need a hook. So I started hitting everybody. I ended up working with Hit Boy. I ended up working with like some of the biggest names because they need hooks.
Right.
But it was this one DJ. He was a DJ producer named DJ Payne One.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
He sent me some beats. I just laid some hooks, sent it back, and then he called me like, yo, man, I sent these to Pap, and he heard your voice, and he actually think about leaving you on the song.
Wow.
And I'm like, word? He left me on it. Next thing you know, he dropped it. I had an identity now as an artist. It was on the radio. I run to the back like, Mom, we made it. Pack up, Mom. Yes. Not knowing that it's going to be a long way from here, but
wow,
that's how it came together.
What did that feel like, bro? What did that feel like?
These are the days, this is 10 years plus ago, where radio made a difference at these times.
That's a fact.
Radio don't matter how it did.
Then.
If you was on the radio, you was out of here. So for me to be on the radio, Hot 97 at that, which is the biggest, funk flex.
Flex, bro. Drop a bomb.
Yeah, drop a bomb, right?
Come on, bro.
It was
That's
big.
Crazy.
It was big. People all over the streets, the hood. Yo, I heard you on that record with Pap. I heard you on that. Then Pap liked it so much, he put me in a video. He shot the video. He had a special with MTV.
Gotcha.
And he let me come and be a part of it. So now I had a face. Bro. I was on TV, so... Big moment, man. Shout to Pat.
Wow, that's what's up, bro.
For
that's
real.
Dope.
Shout
that's
to Pat.
Dope. And from there, you meet DJ Absolute.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
And how did that kick off? Like another level. Now you're reaching these.
Yeah, that definitely was climbing the ladder. Pat, Absolute heard me off the Pat record.
Right.
Because he's a DJ on Hot 97 at the time. So he got the record from Pat. He reached out to me like, yo, I heard you on this record. This is dope. Like, what you got going on? You know what I'm saying? Wow. You want to work? And he looked at it more from a management perspective.
Gotcha.
Like, let me bring you under my wing
and
get some other records done with you.
Right.
He put me on a record with French Montana, Pusha T, and Ace Hood.
Classic, bro.
While French was super hot, now I'm on something even bigger.
Bro.
Like, way bigger. You know what I mean? And then from that record, DJ K Slay, rest in peace, he saw me. He ended up putting me on a record with DJ Khaled. And like some other, like,
bro,
it was like climbing the stairs, you know? It was like climbing the stairs. Or just taking a chance of me doing hooks instead of trying to.
Right, yeah, because, bro, like I saw a previous interview with your pen game.
Yeah.
You mentioned Neo.
Yeah.
Kerry Hilson.
Yeah.
You mentioned these greats that actually took their talents writing wise first.
Right.
And that's the way to get, bro, that's the way, Sean Garrett, bro, that's the way, that's longevity as well. So that's not, just a career. They're still writing.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So yeah,
that's
bro,
right.
like to take that approach, which is a humble approach.
Yeah.
What did you draw from that? My pen game could get me further, and all that, everything ties into that. So where do you get that from? Like, no, I'm a musician. I want, it's not about being the face sometimes. Sometimes it's like I'm leaving my stamp. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So where did you get that from? What do you?
I feel like, in terms of the writing in general, when I used to be in a group with my brothers, and I'll say how this came about. It was so interesting. I was 12 years old. We had this is like our first studio session.
Gotcha.
Structured session where somebody put us in the studio and said, yo, I want to hear what y'all could come up with to this beat.
Wow.
So what we did was we said, you write a verse, you write a verse, you write a verse, you write a hook. So we all pinned something in our little corners.
Right.
And then we all said, let's see what everybody got. And we all went around the room and sung what we came up with. And when I sung my part, I swear to you, the reaction that my brothers had was so crazy that I was like, for real? That's dope? Yo, everything that I became after that writing-wise was because of that moment. If they would have said, then I would have just been a little more reluctant to write. But I wrote something that was, when I think back about what I wrote, it was outside of the box of what everybody wrote.
Right.
It wasn't the typical. But I know I learned the technique from everybody.
Gotcha.
But it's just that moment sparked something in me, but from there I became the primary writer of my group.
Wow.
I would write it. I came to the point where I just started writing them verses and handing them verses. We be in the studio, I'm there next to them like, yo, do it like this. And I was the baby doing that. So by the time it was time for me to approach the music industry as a writer, I was like, I may not get in as a singer, but I know I could write.
Gotcha.
I knew that. I said,
Really?
I can write something.
Do you think you had the same experiences your brother had growing up in Brooklyn? Do you think that because you drifted off to Queens into a performance school, your brain was moving at a different...
That's true.
To where you're able to, like, no, this would be write something just outside of, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Does that have anything to do with it as far
Well,
as...
the funny thing is when we was doing the writing, that moment, that was before high school. When I was like 12 when that happened.
Gotcha.
So
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I wrote it out some outside the box joint out like early. And then from that point at 12 and up, I was writing for
you
older guys. You know what I mean? I was writing. They encouraged me though to believe in it because I was writing some heat. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm like, I was writing heat.
That's crazy.
I remember stuff like I was writing some records at 12, 13, 14. And I just got better over time.
Right.
Because vocabulary expanded, experience changed. I started to go through things. So, the writing was just an important part of what I am.
That's real.
Yeah.
All right, so now take me to this journey where you, during this time or right after this time, now you hit college. Mm-hmm. During college, got your degree. Mm-hmm. You mentioned at one time, you was like, I want to give up on this music. I'm just done with it. What causes that?
So interesting.
With all this motion.
Yeah. I had so much momentum. I'm on all these different records. Funk Flex dropping bombs on my singles. I just had it at the moment. And then we end up doing a deal.
Gotcha.
Something under Warner.
Okay.
And I'm like, we lit now. I got a record deal.
Right, that's real.
I got like $250K behind me. Wow. We out of here. Just in terms of politics, timing, I ended up becoming like not a priority.
Gotcha.
In that critical moment where my momentum was crazy.
I see.
And I lost my momentum.
I got you, bro.
So before I could let too much time go by, before a year went, about 9 months went by, I started saying, listen, could I just get off the label? If y'all not going to move, I'm watching my momentum slip away.
I see, bro.
But just the time it took to get me off the label was another year. So now I'm like damn near 2 years behind.
Gotcha.
And I literally said, hold on, if I could work this hard, finally get a deal, what I thought was going to be the grand finale, and it goes this way, I said, I don't even want to be in this game no more.
Gotcha.
And I said, I'm out of it. And I was sure that I was done. I was in college, so I just dived in the books,
bro,
and let that distract me.
Yep, I was just going to say that. Let it distract you.
I let it distract me.
But, it seems like whatever you do, bro, you conquer. Like
appreciate that.
Great. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
so it's like you're going to all these fields, tech, creating apps, all these things we're gonna get into, bro. Like, but you have this thing where you like, I have to go explore it.
Yeah.
to see, to make sure it's not what I really want to do.
Yeah.
But the average person, bro, they don't even go that far.
Right.
To even know what they're capable of.
Right.
How did that feel? What's your best emotion where you can feel like when I was trying to get away from the music, a God-given talent, you do it effortlessly. You say you've been doing it 11, 12 years old.
Right.
What was that like for you? Were you burdened in a sense of like, man, bro, like I'm doing this, I'm earning my degree. Now I don't feel fulfilled. What were you feeling? What was like some of the emotions you was going through?
I can't believe I was able to really convince myself that I didn't want to do it no more. Like I could never do that again. I could never see myself that sure about not dealing with music again.
Real.
So when I tap back into that moment, I realized that being jaded, being scorned and hurt is a real thing.
Bro, you're saying something.
We could really be hurt and not realize that we are scarred by something. Wow. Cause I walked around with a smile on my face, like, nah, I ain't doing music no more. I wasn't talking negatively about it. I was just like, if this is how it is, I ain't touching it. But I'm gonna be an IT professional. I was
You're thriving. You're still
telling
thriving.
myself, I'm gonna go do that.
That's right.
And like, I'm sure about this. But when I look back, I was so broken that I didn't even know I was broken that way.
Wow.
To the point where people were saying, Nate, I need a song, I need a feature, I need you to perform. And I was like, oh, no, I don't do that no more.
Wow, bro.
It's the craziest thing in the world.
Wow. I left that. I don't do that anymore.
People know me so much for that thing, for music. I know myself. I'm such an artist. I'm hearing songs throughout the day. I move. It stopped. I couldn't hear it no more.
Wow.
For like a year and a half, I couldn't hear a song in my head. It was ripped out of me. And it took me a while to see like, things could happen and the way that you internalize things could change the way that you feel, and it could blindly be affecting you. You could be waking up and not yourself. That's what it is. It could change who you are with certain events. I mean, it's just, I like the question because it made me real. It made me go back into that space again.
And I'm sitting here thinking as a father too, Nathaniel had to worry about baby boy.
Yeah.
So Tech was, Tech was safe. Mm-hmm. I'm learning a craft that's going to help me, and even I can teach this to my baby boy.
Yeah.
What is he taking to Savannah?
He taking IT, computer science. You speaking facts, yo. You speaking facts, man.
That's real, bro.
You know exactly what you're saying.
Bro, as a father, I know what you're saying, bro. Like, we're in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
And we're not a jack of one trade.
Right.
We do it. We get it done. I have a marketing degree.
Right.
We get it done.
Dope.
Yeah, we get it done on every level. That's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And my boys, I'm not going to force them. If they want to go, they got it behind them. You know what I'm saying? That's real, bro. But I know just as a father what you were thinking, bro. That's why I love to have this conversation because you're like, no, like, that's in me.
Yeah.
Like that music is in me, man. Like, and I'm switching the subject. You mentioned Music Soul Child as being one of those inspirations in your life. You like, and then you got a chance to work with them. Mm-hmm. About 30 seconds of your time. I really appreciate your support. With every interview, my aim is to bring integrity and fun back to the culture, and I can't do it without you. If you're enjoying this episode, please hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. I appreciate you. Back to the interview. What made you want to come back into the game and go full force? And you haven't let up since.
Nah, I ain't, like, I'll tell you how I got back, how I locked in with music, but I'll tell you how I got back to it.
Right.
Papoose.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
Called me one day. Yo, shout to Pap, yo.
Pap, bro.
I'm telling you.
That's what's up.
He called me one day and said, Nate, the episode of Love and Hip Hop where me and Remy is getting married is coming on this week. I need a song to drop. Right when it drop. I need a hook from you.
Wait, hold up. Wait.
I swear. And I was in my, I don't do music, but because what he's asked for. And funny thing, this space I was in mentally, it was where there was a lot of police shootings going on at this time. Gotcha. It was when, I don't know, I'm drawing a blank, but the one that got the chokehold in Staten Island happened.
Gotcha.
I think Mike Brown happened. We had back-to-back police shooting and killings right in that moment. And then he asked me this, and the feeling that came over me was that we need more love.
Real.
As black people, we need more love.
Wow.
So I came up with this concept of a song called Black Love. And I said, this could be for you and Remy.
Wow.
And once we did the record and he dropped it, you start seeing the hashtag blow up.
Come on,
BET
man.
did the Black Love segment, and you start seeing Black Love, Black Love.
That's what's up.
And I realized that music could be bigger than just a song. Like, that had such a cultural effect that I said, all right, I'm going to come back, but it's not going to be a star no more. It's going to be to impact the world, to do something that moves the culture.
Bro, you saying something, bro.
And that's how I came back to it. Without that, I would never, I swear, I wouldn't even be doing it again. I would still be in that space of, forget the industry, because you could get in there and then they could not shelve you, or I would have been in that space. But I stopped doing it to become a star, to get a deal. Now I'm doing it to make something that could really heal something.
The name.
Yeah. And that's how I got, I swear, that's how I got back, man. That's how I got back to it.
Love.
Yep, Black Love.
The love.
We needed it. The love. Yeah, the love brought me back. For
real. That's real, bro.
We needed it at that time, and I knew I could conceptually use that Black Love concept, and it could still be used for their love.
Right.
And it became like the couples anthem and the couples thing, but I still knew where I spoke from.
Gotcha.
When he called me, I think they had just announced a killing. I think Tamir Rice or one of them. It had just happened.
Wow.
So I'm like reading a headline, and then he hit me with that, and I'm just like, yo, we need love, like Black love, like, bro. And it just clicked. It connected. You know what I mean? So shout to Pat.
That beat. Was that something Papoose gave you, or you just you found your own production?
Nah, he sent it to me, and it was one of those throwback joints. It was it's a sample joint that got a 90s feel, 90s hip hop, so it got the essence got that essence in it to where I was able to just feel it a certain way.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
That's dope, bro. That's dope.
Nah, appreciate that for real.
While we on that, man, who is your top 5 R&B artists?
I'll give it to Usher, Chris Brown, Music Soul Child, of course, forever. 5 is hard, but I'll throw in just some of the creative. I'll give Beyonce. Beyonce, what we talking about? That's top.
That's just
Jasmine Sullivan, I throw her in because vocally just unbelievable.
That's what's up. Man.
Yeah,
that's what's up. Coming from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
your top 5 recording rap artists.
Jay,
Come on,
man.
You already know,
Gotta
bro.
give Jay. Pat, because lyrically, you just not,
He don't miss.
I would say Biggie because of impact.
Gotcha. 3.
You know, and he's super nice,
That's
but
right.
Biggie's impact is just so felt.
That's real, bro.
I love Mos Def because his music always did something for me. And Talib Kweli.
Real.
Yeah.
You're really deep. Lyrically, who you like to listen to.
Yeah.
Which brings me to the track Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking in the camera on this one, y'all. Okay. All right, man. If there's ever a track that you need to humble yourself regarding a lady, when you know you're not doing right, it's Sorry by Nathaniel The Great.
Yeah, man.
It's Sorry. This track will put you right back. I'm like, okay, all right. All right. I know I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
I do better.
Right.
Bro, where did that track is amazing, bro.
Thank you, man.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Where did you get that thought process to create something like that?
That's the realest song I ever wrote.
Bro,
it's just real.
Bro, it's just
what
bro
we gotta do sometimes. And it's so hard to get into that space to just apologize.
Bro, you're saying something, bro.
For being dismissive.
Come on.
For saying you tripping. When you just trying to really tell me what's really happening. When you trying to uncover our issues.
It's real, bro.
I'm sorry I always go missing.
Come on.
When you start expressing your feelings.
Come on.
Yo,
It's
I'm
real.
sorry that I get defensive when I need to shut up and listen.
Wow.
I pay you no mind when I should be paying attention.
Bar.
It's what we really do, but we never apologize like that. And I found myself in a space where I had to. I had to one time. So I said you notice I said one time, right? Because it's so hard for us to do it. You know, it took me my whole life. I only did it one time, right? Like I'm telling you. So
bro,
it's hard for us to just
real,
say
bro.
like, you
Real.
don't be tripping.
Come on.
I be
Sometimes
doing
I
that.
just-
Yeah.
Okay.
I am dismissing you. You ain't crazy.
Real, bro.
It's just so hard to do that, but that's what that song was. I said I need to really put this out here in music.
Bro, you honed in on that.
Because
bro.
some men won't be able to say it, but they can play the song.
Bro, thank you. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like that's for us.
Yeah, man.
If you humble yourself, that's for us.
That's for all of
real,
us.
Bro, that's real.
I did
bro.
that for us.
I love it, bro. I love
Appreciate
it, bro.
that,
That's
man.
real, bro.
Thank you for listening to that
bro,
record,
you
too,
have
man.
some amazing music, bro.
Thank you.
Amazing music.
Thank you.
Everything is top quality.
Appreciate
Engineering,
that.
song, sound, vocals. Of course, the videos, bro. Everything is amazing.
Thank you,
bro.
for real.
bro. For
That
real,
mean a lot.
For sure,
Thank
bro.
you.
For real. Man, you've seen every avenue of this record industry, bro. From indie to major to, bro, record in the basement, anything.
Yeah.
You've seen everything, bro. Like, what do you take totality wise in this music industry? How pleased are you with it?
I feel like you got to make it your own, man.
Wow.
So there's an industry, and then there's the creators, right? That we contribute to it.
Right.
But you don't got to become of it. You don't got to become a tool, a pawn. You more on the outside, working the system.
Gotcha.
Using the system to your benefit. That's how I see it. Pull resources out of it when necessary.
Gotcha.
But don't become a robot. Don't become a resource. Don't become a tool.
Gotcha.
That's how I see it. Because the industry is going to run, and we all going to participate, but just don't become
Gotcha.
a bot in the machine, in the matrix. You know what I mean?
That's real. These days, the trauma or the PTSD you might have from signing.
Yeah.
Is that these days, bro, now you come with your own clout.
That's
it's
it.
a big difference.
Yeah.
Agreement wise, would that be something you want to do? Sign with a major partnership with the label? I know you right now, I believe I saw the management group, your label right now, is with distributed by
Empire. We have an Empire,
Yes, come
yeah.
on, man. That's what's up. Definitely. So is that something, you feel that's better for your conglomerate?
Yeah, because I feel like it's always good for two bosses to come to the table.
Real, bro. Real.
And partner on a project.
That's
as
right.
opposed to one boss comes signed to another boss.
Gotcha.
Right? I go take my label and throw it under somebody, and now they can dictate how we moving.
Real.
And then just for the best interest of the artist that's signed to me, that trusts me,
Right.
I want to always be able to say, listen, we gonna go this way because we decided, not
Gotcha.
because this company telling me what we got to do. Like,
Gotcha.
so for that reason, yeah, I'm always open to partnerships.
Right.
I'm not an enemy against. No, I don't think the industry is an enemy.
Right.
It's a business.
Real.
Our goal is still to get to the consumers.
Because that's
Yeah,
the main.
that's the goal. However we reach the consumer that's my concern. They on the outside of it all.
That's real.
So it is what it is. But yeah, I'm down for the partner.
Something tells me you would, when you do with these labels, you would do it in the terms, very short terms.
Always short term.
Yes.
Yo, so short that it can't even be. It can't even be calculated with a clock. There's no measurement system that can tell you how quick that deal going in.
Real. That's real. Nathaniel the Great. Dating back a year, what's something you learned about yourself?
Man, from a year to now is that I really am okay with the win, whatever it takes to win. Because I was the star of my whole program up until 6 months ago.
Gotcha.
And I went and signed my first artist, and I really said, listen, I'm going to take a back seat for real. I haven't taken a back seat to nobody in my whole life.
Gotcha.
But I understood over time, like, yo, I have more to offer than making music.
Gotcha.
I know some things on an executive level that I can apply to somebody outside of myself.
Right.
But more importantly, I don't have to be the star.
Bro.
If we win, if stepping back could change the lives of my entire family, yo, let's really talk about it. If stepping back could get my moms in the mansion, could get my kids to whatever college they're gonna get into, I'm on the bleachers. I'm a cheerleader. I'm clapping.
Bro, you saying it ain't the label ain't called Great Individual.
Did you see what I'm saying?
Great.
That's a fact.
Come on, bro. That's real,
a fact.
bro.
Yeah,
that's
real,
a fact. Bro. That takes a level of humility, knowing you're great, and sometimes it's not even like they say when Warriors win, Steve Kerr still get a ring.
Right.
Exactly. Bro, like we all
gonna win.
That's
we
real,
all
bro.
gonna really win.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. And with that, man, what type of personality traits must you possess to run a label?
I think you really have to be open-minded because when you're running labels, you're dealing with other creatives.
Right.
And at the end of the day, we all create from how we feel.
Right.
Who are you to tell somebody else how they feel? See, I could tell you like, this song I don't like, right? As if you're one of my artists.
Right.
But if I know that it came from a place that's real to you, I know that at the end of the day, the most important thing is going to be you getting that emotion out.
Gotcha.
You got to be open-minded enough to know you can't silence that.
Real.
You have to let that expression come out.
Artistry.
Yeah.
Let the artistry go.
And that happened to me when I used to work with a manager I worked with back in the day. I would make songs about all these things. My imagination would just flow. My emotions would be all over the place.
Gotcha.
But he wanted me to make things that were so commercial that he would silence all that. I'd be like, nah, just
Gotcha.
sing about this. Do the record about the strip club. So a lot of my creativities for years just went into a box.
I see.
And I said, I'll never do this to somebody.
Wow.
I'll never shut down creativity and raw emotions on a song. The most I do is say, look, we could tailor it here, make it here, change some things, tighten up, but I know what real emotions sound like.
Gotcha.
And you got to let that live. So
go.
you have to be open-minded to run a label.
I respect that, bro. That's dope. That's dope. And let's go to the label, man. Let's go to the label. Let's talk Mia Snow. Come on, man. Let's talk Mia Snow. Mia Snow is definitely in the building.
Yeah.
Let's talk Mia Snow. So some people have talent. Some people have a grind that's impeccable. Some people have that it factor. Mia Snow has all three. When you know what the level of talent you're dealing with, you spoke earlier about how, have to let that talent be free. Your son, Zay Oblivion, shout out to the legend.
Shout out to the youngin.
Come on. How do you allow, not necessarily allow, I'm not choose that word. When you guys are in your most creativity aspects in the studio, got some behind the scenes about how we record. How do y'all mesh together? How do y'all make that happen as you are a creator as well? So like QC, where has, two label owners who ain't, wouldn't touch a recording group.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How do you, how does that work? Like how do y'all, cause y'all, number one, before we get into that, we spoke off camera, y'all grind is impeccable.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Bro, if everybody could take a chapter from how y'all grind, it would be no entitlement in this world. It would be no entitlement. Bro, seriously. So number one, let me not skip ahead, how did y'all form this union?
I was just giving myself a shape up in the bathroom one day, and I look on my IG, and I just see a couple of likes that stood out to me. Because, my page, you get random likes.
That's a fact.
Somehow this one page just popped out. I don't know what it is, just popped out. I look, I see this girl.
Right.
I see the top 3 post pin that she had up.
Right.
And I'm listening to the music. I'm like, it's a little outlaw, cool, like hip artist. I'm like, yo, this look cool. I scroll down further and then I can see the aesthetic. I'm like, she got a look, she got some personality. So the first thing that popped into my head is like, who's behind this project?
As a manager.
Right.
As
somebody that's thinking like as an exec level.
Absolutely.
I'm like, whoever got this artist got one.
Bro.
They out of here.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I said whoever got this got one, and I was just like looking as a fan at first, kind of like, oh, this is dope, and then I just sent a message like, yo, I like what you're doing, keep it up. And then I said, let me just ask one more question. I was like, yo, who's pushing you? Like, what's good? Like, and she's like, nobody. I'm doing this by myself. So I'm like,
oh no. That was a bar.
Right. Yeah. Oh no. And the rest was history. Oh no, yeah. I like that one. That was dope. Yeah, you got that one. That was real. Oh no.
That's real, bro.
But
That's real.
It clicked from there.
Wow.
We had Revolt was coming up.
Gotcha.
And I said, yo, you want to come outside to Revolt and do networking? You ever been to these events? She was like, no, I never get invited to these type of things. And my mind was just blown. Like, how aren't you in the mix?
In the mix.
Yeah, you're not coming to networking events. Nobody's bringing you to shows. You're not doing interviews. She just had none of this history.
Gotcha.
But she had the music videos up and the looks and the photos. I'm like, you're missing. Nobody's pushing you.
The marketing, the drive.
Marketing. Yeah,
that's what it, bro. It's just like it's, bro. It's some people have the it factor, some people have the grind, some people have the talent.
Yeah,
y'all mesh everything together.
Yep.
Like it's amazing, bro. Like
appreciate that.
Hats off to y'all for sure.
Appreciate
bro, for
that.
Sure.
Thank you.
And your brother. Oh, I'm sorry, not your brother. Your son's song, popping. Out of here, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
When I heard the song, I'm like, this is easy.
Appreciate that.
It's in the family.
Yeah.
This is easy.
Zay is a funny. It's an interesting situation with him,
bro.
What's interesting about his situation is when we came down, he started doing music in New York before we came here about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Then we came down here and he was still working. I was kind of like pushing him, but I started to realize like I might be pushing him harder than he want to do it.
Gotcha, bro.
The fatherly in me and the potential. I'm like, go. He want to do it, but not as much as I wanted him to do it.
Real.
So then he started going to school, and then the full parent kicked in where I said, you know what? I'm gonna let him do music on his own time, but go do the school thing.
Right, bro.
So that's why if you notice right now, you don't see a lot of activity musically with him. Because I'm hitting him like, how's class?
There you go, bro.
Are you passing math?
Understand.
Music will be here when you come back.
It will be, bro. That's a fact. It's God given.
Yeah.
It don't leave.
It ain't going nowhere. And by the time he come back, the way that we running it up right now, it's going to be a walk through the park for him.
Real, bro.
But I needed him to have an education and see that through. I don't want him to be distracted in college how I was.
That's real, bro. That's real.
So I said, let me stop with all the star power stuff and pull that off you and let you go get an education and move at your own pace. I had to make a parent decision with him.
That's a fact. That's real.
I had to.
That. That's right, bro. That's
but
right.
that's why it's slow for him right now. Because,
he's
killing it in school.
Bro, that's real. And you have to, like you said, well balanced, bro. Like
balance.
We have to, bro, plant seeds everywhere.
Yeah. And right when I made that decision, I met me at the same time that I was like, I'm going to have to let him focus more on school. And I met her. So it was like the universe said, all right, let him go this way for now. I'm going to give you something that's a no-brainer that's going to force feed it's going to fast track everything you want done on a label level.
Mia Snow is out of here.
Gone. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Like, out of here.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Like, meeting her today, her personality matches exactly who she is online. She's out of here. Mm-hmm. Bro, I'm telling you, for sure.
Yeah,
bro,
you know
sure.
when you got one.
That's a fact.
You know
bro,
when you meet one, you know what a
real.
star is.
That's real,
you know what I mean?
Bro. Definitely, man. You said, let me ask you this, man. You're into tech that can upgrade someone's life and make it easier. Mm-hmm. You're into the music to feed this world that can bring about a change in someone's mood or their day. Nathaniel the Great, do you feel like you're chosen to change this world?
Yeah.
Real, bro.
Yeah, I am.
Integrity.
Definitely.
Is that why you early on in your life, as a child, everything was always hard on yourself? You was like, I
just knew that I got a bigger purpose.
Real.
It's purpose. I always felt purpose. That's one thing. When I was young, I didn't know what it was. I wasn't sure. I knew that I had aspirations, but I've always felt purpose. Like it's a reason. It's just a reason. I am a walking reason. I just don't know what it is yet, but I'm a reason. I'm here for a reason. Something is going. Now it's starting to make sense.
But you don't sit back and just wait for it. Like, I know it's a reason. I'm just sit back and wait for it.
Nope.
Not to do list.
Yeah, nah. You don't wait. I bust
you
moves,
make it happen,
and then things start clicking.
Bro, that's real, bro. That's real, bro. Speaking of clicking, let's talk sticking to it. Come on now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I like how you go segue right into joints. Yeah, all right.
Featuring Lil Donald, bro. One of those, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I happen to know Lil Donald, man, his story. You know, I interviewed him as well.
It's the real one.
Bro, what he's made it out of.
Yeah.
Everything he's been through. Mm-hmm. How did you know he would be the perfect feature with that track? How did you know that would be like, all right, this is the one I need to get on? Because that is
Donald got a way of delivering in a way where his verses is conversational. That's what I always liked about Donald.
You saying something?
He has a conversational delivery,
fact.
Right? You listen to his verses, you can take it off the song and write it, and it could be said. It makes sense. You know what I mean?
And I'm thinking back, you know, that gospel in you, church, ministering. How it could be, delivered.
Right.
Bro,
delivery is everything.
Everything. That's real, bro. So,
it's very true.
Bro,
so
I love that
I
song,
knew it would
man.
fit right in with him. He jumped on it.
That's what's up.
Free of charge, video and all that. Just did it for me. Like, yo, I respect what you're doing. Shout to Donald, man, for real. It's a real one.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Why is it that you think recording artists as yourself and Lil Donald, man, why do you feel like they, no one's into making feel good music anymore, bro? Like, why do you feel people are not making that type of music anymore?
Because I think that, with the bubble gum and the watered down, it's commercialized better. It goes quicker. It's quick consumable. It's you eat it one end out the other. Wow. That music moves faster. It's trendier. It's the stuff that the TikTok, the Instagram trends pick up. So everybody start to gravitate toward that. Even me, I did it before. Gotcha. I started to look at music and say, yo, these deep records ain't moving. I got to start making some bubblegum. So I dropped a couple of those. And honestly, they did some numbers. But at the end of the day, I said, when I'm dead and gone, these songs ain't going to play.
Gotcha.
They ain't going to remember me for this. This is just right now for real. And I'm putting all my energy behind this. I had to ask myself that. I said, yo, when I'm gone, if they pull up my catalog, what do I want people to say that I left behind?
Bro, you're saying something, bro.
100 years from now.
You're saying something.
Do I want them to be hung up on the slang that we were singing 100 years ago, which is going to be old, washed up slang? Or do I want to say things that was timeless, messages that resonated with people that can play now or 1,000 years from now? Wow. And that brought me back to making records like Sorry, that could last forever. It's always going to be relevant to a situation.
Side note.
You see what I'm saying?
Side note, do you know the song that plays after Sorry on YouTube?
It plays like in a playlist?
In my algorithm.
No, I don't know. What is it?
Wale, Matrimony.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
Ain't that?
Yeah, that's like just in sync. Yeah, it's within the same. Yo, that's wild. YouTube.
Ain't that dope, bro?
That's dope.
I'm saying, like,
what that mean probably too is people are doing that. Like people are going from sorry to that record or records like that. So thank you for telling me that.
That's real, bro.
Thank you for telling me that because that means that song is falling into the algorithm.
That's real.
Yeah. Thank you. I didn't know that. You were the only person that ever told me about what comes after a record.
That's real. That's exactly what comes after that, man.
That's dope.
The What's Called came on right after that.
That mean I'm in the pocket. I'm in the right pocket. Yeah. I'm in the pocket. Yeah.
Real, bro.
Appreciate that info. I needed that.
You know it. Man, Nathaniel the Great, man, take us with you, man. Music off, driving down the highway. Mm-hmm. What's on your mind?
Yo, these days it may sound like unrealistic, but you see how hard we work. I'm usually just thinking about the next play with my team and my artists. My brain is just I'm so locked in that when I have moments to think, I'm making sure, did I email that producer back? Did I set up that show properly? Is her tour schedule right? It's just, I'm living in there right now. I'm living in the pocket. Other than family stuff, but professionally, it's just my team right now. Any moment. Even right now, I'm thinking like,
go ahead.
I hope she's ready for this interview.
Gotcha. You're ahead.
Yeah.
Even though you're in the moment.
Yeah.
Like you're proactive.
Because this is a real in-depth interview. The way you got it lined up, the way you do your research.
Respect, bro.
This honestly is top 2 interviews, not 5, not 10.
Respect.
Top.
Respect.
Personally, because the way that you dive in, my eyes almost watered up sitting here a couple times from the way you dig in and have me answering. So I just gotta say, I appreciate that, and I hope she's ready for this.
Respect,
for real,
bro. Respect, man. I'm telling you, that's what's up, man. For real, bro. y'all are the world's, bro, like y'all are, this world is y'all canvas. I don't feel like interviewers do a good job of exploring the greats.
Yeah.
And seeing why they think why do they think the way they do?
Yeah.
You're not the guy, at Walmart shuffling the fries, doing the lettuce.
Yeah.
No one cared how he thinks.
Right.
But if that guy's there, and he's thinking about, the next tech gear, one day we're going to think about how he thinks.
Yeah.
Bro, like, I don't think we do a great enough job of exploring the greats, bro.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, bro, like, I would never get in front of y'all and waste your time. Like, I would never do that. But yeah, bro, like, how y'all, man, this is, yeah, bro, I'm like, bro, like, I'm looking at multi-millionaires right now, and I always say, bro, I admit, now I got to go through 5 people to get, the day of the great, the snow in here. That's how I think, bro.
Appreciate that, though.
That's major.
Because that means
man.
you value us,
That's
so I appreciate that, for real.
Bro, for real. Nathaniel the Great. Who in this world knows you the best?
Wow. My boy C, my best friend Conrad.
For sure. Yeah, man. Is that somebody from high school, middle school, college?
Our mothers was best friends.
Was he in the group?
So he was just that's funny because he should have been. He was around. He was around.
That's real.
He should have. He just can't sing, so we ain't let him in.
Right. That's real.
But our mothers was best friends, so even as babies, we knew each other before we knew each other. And then we separated for years, and then we met each other again, and then found out our mothers was best friends. It was like, word, your mother. Our mothers finally got around each other and was like, oh, y'all hanging out?
Wow.
Because they moved away from each other. So it was like destiny.
That's real.
But that's the one that I could call about anything. Yeah, anything in the world.
And he got to talk music. And he got to talk.
We don't even talk about music. We talk about everything. He a firefighter too. So sometimes I ask him like, yo, what happened at work? And he'll tell me like the inside of what it's like to be a black firefighter in New York.
That's,
Yeah.
Wow. That's something. That's
big.
Something, bro. That's real. That's dope. That's dope.
I gotta shout him out. He took the lieutenant exam and passed it.
Come on.
And he was #1 on the test. First black man in the world to be the first #1 lieutenant.
Wow.
And we trying to launch him a podcast called Black Smoke with him and other black firefighters talking about the life of a firefighter. Wow. Black firefighter. Yeah,
bro,
man.
I would tune in on something like that.
It's different, right?
That is like, because people don't get that. People don't get that.
We don't know what's going on in their minds. And I'm glad you're saying this because I keep telling them like, bro, people, if I mention this, people will listen. Wow. When this interview drop, I'm gonna send him this. You just another one.
Please, bro. Like, what's his name again?
Conrad Graham.
Do that, brother. Do that. We don't have tomorrow. Do that. Seriously, bro, for real.
Appreciate you for that. Thank you for that.
Dope.
For real. Thank you for that.
Bro.
I need that.
Do it, bro, for real.
Because like he's outside of entertainment.
Come on.
So for him, he like, I want to do it, but he don't understand how much value that would bring to the world. I'm the one like, we get the cameras, and he just bought his Rode mics and stuff, so he's starting to try to get into it.
Okay, he's getting there.
He's getting there, but he don't understand what it will bring to the world. He don't understand it yet. He just be like, oh, I hear you. I'm gonna try it, but I'm like, bro, we behind on this. We've been talking about this for a couple years now. Let's do it. And now you about to be a lieutenant. You really got a story to tell.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be dope, man. Shout out to him for that.
Appreciate that.
Dope. That'd be dope, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Nathaniel, let me ask you this, man. Is it better to be loved or respected?
Man, that is. If I could pick one, respect is just gonna get you further.
I knew you would say that.
It just is, man. Love, you're gonna have less people in this world that's gonna love you.
That's real.
Yeah, it's just what it is. Because love is going to take time spent with people. It's going to take experience. It's going to take a reason for you to gain someone's love. Wow. Respect, you could just be doing something and people could be watching you from afar, millions, and respecting you. And know not to play with you because they see what you've done. But they won't love you because they never experienced you one-on-one. They just watched you. But with that love, the people who love you, there's people who love people that don't respect them.
That's right.
Right? Wow. And there's people that respect people but don't love them, of course.
Right.
But that love don't lock in no respect. You don't really need love to get where you need to go. But you're going to need respect to get wherever you're trying to go in this world. You don't need love. You're going to need respect. Yeah.
Wow. That's real, bro.
Yeah, man.
I love the answer, bro.
Yeah.
Love the answer. About creatives, it's only 2 answers. But how everybody answer is completely always different. And I love that. Me and Snow's gonna have a different answer when she comes up here. I love that, bro. That's real, bro. That's real.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done, Nathaniel the Great, what is your legacy?
There's greatness in all of us, man. If you don't tap into it, you'll never see it.
Real.
That's why I called my movement the Great Ones.
Real.
It's not a label, it's a movement. We just doing music right now. But we all got greatness in us.
Real.
And it's not until you tap into it that it's going to be real. That's what I want people to know. When they see that I was just like you, and I had to find my pocket and go.
Real.
That's it.
That's it. That's real, bro. I respect that. Respect that, bro.
Salute.
Respect that, man. What's some words, some encouraging words you would give to your supporters in 2024?
Don't be afraid to modify your hustle, man, to get to the finish line. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to switch it up. Like, I was a singer at first. I switched up, became a writer, moved to exec, learned some marketing. Just be a chameleon to get to the goal. Don't get so locked into one route to get there. If you trying to get somewhere, you pull out maps or ways. You put the GPS in and put the address. It's gonna show you 4 different routes.
Wow, that was a bar.
Come on, man. It's that simple. Like, these signs are there. It's not one way to get there, but we lock ourselves into that one route, and then if that route don't work, we like, oh, I guess it wasn't for me.
Gotcha.
Sometimes the change of route is just changing the format, changing the approach.
Real.
That's all, right? It's all an approach.
That's
if
real,
I'm coming
bro.
here to an address, if I'm trying to get somewhere, I'm approaching that address. If I'm chasing a dream, I'm approaching that.
Real.
Change your approach.
Man, respect that. Respect that, bro. Let me ask you this, man. With $50 million in your bank account tomorrow morning, what changes about you?
That I knew about time. I knew it was coming. I knew I was gonna get it some way. I knew it, I'll say about damn time. But I know it's on the way already. It's coming.
That's real, bro. That's real. That's real. Nothing changes. You wouldn't change.
I ain't shocked. It's all right, a little quicker than I thought, but I ain't shocked.
That's real, bro. That's real though. A lot of people don't even think like that.
I believe that, man.
That's
For real,
bro. That's real. Man, it has been a pleasure. Nathaniel the Great. What do you have in store? 2024, we're moving into second quarter. Matter of fact, we are. Where we at? We're moving into second quarter.
Moving into second, yep.
What do you have planned for second, third, and fourth quarter?
First move, dropping Mia Snow's album.
Okay, come on.
Right?
Now.
Top of
What's
second
up.
quarter.
Come on, that's what's up. Definitely.
April 14th, big drop.
Gotcha.
First label
For sure.
release, executive release of an album.
Okay.
Sending her on tour, second quarter.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? By end of third quarter, I'm gonna be very honest. The price is going up. Yeah.
Integrity.
The price is
Come
going
on, bro.
way up by then. Yeah, for sure.
Did the groundwork.
Yeah.
We did that.
And
Okay.
we got another 6 months of groundwork by the time we get to the fourth quarter. So picture 6 more months of what you already seen.
You're saying something.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem. Yeah.
Good problem.
A good problem, yeah.
That's real, bro. That's
Good
real.
problem.
Man, let me ask you, man. You spoke on what, for the fans, everything, what you have going on in this quarter. Spoke on the legacy. What, time or money? Which one means more to you?
Time. Yo, it's all time. It's all time. It's nothing worse than loss of time for me right now. Time is everything. Time is everything. I paid to save time nowadays.
Real.
I need the time because I realize my best ideas come to me when I have time to think about them. When I'm working on something, wasting my time on something else, I'm losing moments to come up with a bright idea.
Wow. Spoken like a CEO.
Yeah,
wow.
man.
That's real.
Yeah, I need those moments to stare at the ceiling for like 10 minutes just thinking. I need that. If I can't get that moment where I'm just chilling, I can't think of something great. If I'm always just tasked out with small minor tasks, I need time. So yeah.
Real, bro. Real. Nathaniel the Great, it's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
Been a pleasure, bro, for sure.
Likewise.
I know the price going up, but I gotta get you back here one day.
Yo, free lifetime freebie. Because these are the best interviews. Yo, this is the best I've ever done for life.
Bro, I appreciate that.
I'm coming here for life. We can do this annually, however you want to do it. Quarterly, whenever you need me back, we are coming back.
Respect.
I appreciate you for this.
Respect, man. I appreciate that for sure, bro. For sure.
Likewise, man.
Man, as a tradition on the integrity response, if you could reach into that bowl, grab one fortune cookie, open it, and read it to your fans.
Oh, snap,
and
yo.
that's how we leave out.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
the
sir.
fortune cookie, man. I love
Yes,
it.
sir.
All right.
All right, now.
Then a minute.
Be the good ones.
Last time I got one of these was from Hardee's in the hood. Y'all know Hardee's if you're from Brooklyn.
That's what's up.
All right. In the eyes of lovers, everything is beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
real.
That's solid. I like
That's
that.
real. That's real.
I like that.
Ain't
Yeah.
got time for no hate, no nothing. It's beautiful. Everything's beautiful.
But in the eyes of enemies, everything is tragic.
Wow.
Everything is dark. Everything is deceitful.
Wow.
But it all depends on who's looking.
Real. Bar.
Yeah.
Integrity.
2024. Nathaniel The Great. The Integrity Response. We're signing out.
Salute.
Salute.